Good morning, Nigeria, and happy Workers' Day. Welcome to Workers' Day Activation Celebration, where we honor your grind, your resilience, and your hustle on Trade FM. Coming to you live from Onikon Stadium, Lagos, Nigeria, where the energy is high, the people are ready, and the celebration has already begun. I am your host, Temitope Kalejaye, and I want you to stay locked in because today we celebrate you. The celebration has already begun, and I want everyone to stay tuned and have a lovely time. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Very effervescent.
Yes, sir.
Please join me to welcome, with a resounding applause, Mrs. Sukomi.
Oyebola. Auntie Suki, if you are there, can we see you wave your hand, Auntie Suki? Suki, baby. Yeah. Auntie Suki. God bless you, ma'am. We also move on to recognize from the Health District 5, the permanent secretary so representing the representation, Dr. Oladapo Ashinyobi. Sir, if you're there, Anthony, are you there? Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you, Doc. It's good to have you around. Then we'll leave that to recognize Engineer. Sister, may you take that as well?
Right. So we also like to recognize Engineer Olakunle Adegbite, Office of Drainage Service. Ladies and gentlemen, let's applaud him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Engineer Adegbite, can you please wave to us wherever you are? Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. Thank you very much. You are greatly honored and appreciated. And I move on to recognize Mr. Adeyinka Shorungbe, the permanent secretary, Ministry of Science and Tech. My PS, if you are there, can you please wave your hand? Thank you, my PS. Thank you so very much. You are indeed honored. We appreciate you. I will leave that to recognize, wow, MNI himself. Is MNI seated there? Our own very dear Mr. Olusegun Ogundeko, the permanent secretary, Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations. MNI, if you are there, a wave of your hand too, sir. We thank you so very much, sir. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And of course, from Health District 2, my sister, you will take this.
All right. So,
Mighty Binu, you have the floor in a second.
like seriously. Yes, it feels good to introduce this very special woman. A woman that shares the same name with myself, that I'm going to see her after this.
I jealous that. I feel that vibe.
Please don't.
Yes, Nikki together.
Don't. So,
Yes, sir. Dr. Adenike.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, which I want to believe that it is not, because we are just getting started, please join me to welcome Dr. Adenike Oluwo, Permanent Secretary, Health District 2.
Yes.
Wherever you are, ma'am.
Can you please wave? Oh, thank you so very much.
Love you. Thank you so much.
We love you, ma'am. Thank you so very much.
For the energy.
Thank you for always tuning in. Here's another one of your favorite tunes. Stay stuck.
Trade FN Nigeria.
Permanent Secretary, Urban Development.
Thank you so much.
Engineer Adeyemi Sai, you're in the house.
With us.
A wave of your hand for the recognition.
He's doing that already.
Thank you so very much, sir. Good to see you there. Can see you there.
Looking
and next is for me to recognize the Permanent Secretary, former Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, to now becoming the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Waterfront. He is a lawyer. He is an estate surveyor, all put together. Mr. Olayinka Adebayo Wasiu. My PS, if you are there, with all due respect to you, thank you so very much. I can see you far in there. And of course, we'll move on to recognize from Edo. Am I correct?
Yes, from Edo District.
Education District 2. The PAMSEC, Education District 2, Mr. Sunny Omotayo. My PS, your wave of hand to say in recognition, thank you so very much. We see that. Now the Vice Chairman, NLC in Lagos State, Chairman, Medical and Health Workers Union, in the person of Comrade Tajuddin Badamosi. Comrade leader, are you in the house? Wherever you are seated.
Oh,
you are right here with us. Oh,
congratulations.
Great. So we will formally want to take it from this angle so that when Mr. Governor arrives, we will formally take the order of protocol to officially commence. For now, we will not take the national anthem. We will take the national anthem when Mr. Governor duly arrive. But we will take the presentations to be so presented today by respective agencies of government, that is recognizing heads of MDAs, that are here representing their chief accounting officers that will be taking the presentation sessions one way or the other. But before then, let us together take the song live from here, Mobolaji Johnson Arena, the venue of the 2026 NUCTUC
May-Day celebration.
So before all of this, we await Mr. Governor. The prayers will be taken at the time. The anthem will be taken together. We dovetail to the welcoming address. We will at that time, on the arrival of Mr. Governor, go through the essential protocol of the formality of the program by taking all of these programs as it should. Yes, before we move on, a mother that is a mother in motherhood. A mother in motherhood. A woman who symbolically signifies administration par excellence by judging officer task given to him. A woman of great integrity she is. A woman that is social media savvy. Some say she's a technologist by virtue of her background. She's tech savvy. She's also tech savvy, and she's a woman with beauty and elegance. She has a lot of things put together for her.
And an epitome of African queen.
An epitome of African queen. That is what she is, and she represents Africanism in every sense of her style. Anyone that will, she can dance with, and let all the palm sec and all right, all the permanent secretaries, this is for you. They want to say welcome. All the permanent secretaries, SA in the house, please, is for you. We also take it here. All right, Auntie Suki, are you there?
Yes.
Auntie Suki, Auntie Suki, where you going now? I don't see you.
Come on. I love that. Yeah, look at the swag. That's why we call you the swagalicious mama. I love the way you dig it to the left and the right. This is what we talk about, all the workers. You gotta celebrate yourself, because if you don't celebrate yourself, then who's gonna celebrate you? It's the May Day 2026 celebration.
Honorable Commissioner, yes. Honorable Commissioner,
Okay.
are you talking about Africa? Commissioner, sir, stop.
Yes.
That is your beat.
DJ going local.
Commissioner, are you getting the Joe? Ọ̀pọ̀ àpàlà ti sùn. Commissioner, àrí finally, sir.
Yes. Finally. You got to try, you know. Hey,
orúkọ lọ́wọ́ yìí sá.
Yeah, that's it, mama. That's it, mama.
Thank you, people. Thank you.
Please, let's celebrate them, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Celebrate them.
So together.
Solidarity.
Excuse me,
comrade leaders. Solidarity forever. forever.
Solely.
Solidarity forever. We are singing
Solidarity forever.
for the union makes us strong.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
on
comrade.
this
Thank you
note,
so much.
we'll take some presentation to be so presented by respective agencies of government here present. We have a pep talk for the session 1 to be taken by Awaba if you are in the house. Pep talk, and this should not exceed 5 minutes at most. For the pep talk, for the session 1, Awaba if you're in the house, and if you're not, yes. Or if you are not there, if Rep Top is here, Rep Top, are you here? Rep Top, are you here?
Ref flop. Is ref flop?
Ref Flop. All right, Ref Flop, are you in the house? Let's have you give us some pep talk. Well, we will not wait for too long. If you're not here, we'll move on. Let's go to the Ministry of Health to give us a talk, as it were. If Awaba is not here for the pep talk,
And ref flop.
and Ref Flop, if you're not here for the pep talk, can we take the presentation by the Ministry of Health? The Lagos State Ministry of Health, represented by the Honorable Commissioner, any representative, please. We will be glad to have you give us your presentation, please.
Okay.
Are you in the house? Well, while we are waiting, if they are not here, I know that, yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, comrades. Of course, you know how time flies. And so this is the reason for which it is imperative for us to begin to take our presentations. And of course, we would like to, just like my colleague has invited, the representative of the Ministry of Health, we would want to take your presentation on well-being. You know, they say that health is
Health
wealth.
is wealth.
Exactly.
Health is wealth.
And cleanliness, of course, is next
Yeah,
to godliness.
godliness.
So it is important for our health to be intact. We need to be well to be able to do the work
Yes.
that we have put in for. And that is why it is very imperative we always, know or be aware of our health. So,
All right, if health is not here, representative of the health ministry, I know Lagos Internal Revenue Service is here. Can we please have the representative of the Lagos Internal Revenue Service? We know you are there, you and your colleague, a male and a female respectively. So may we have you? You are both assistant director. You are in the house here with us. I cited your name. It's somewhere here. That is Mr. Lanre Lawal. Mr. Lawal, I know you are there. Can you please come on stage to give us a presentation on taxation, as it were? And you are representing here this morning the Lagos Internal Revenue Service. So Mr. Lanre Lawal, we'll give you time to quickly walk up on stage, walk to the stage so that we can have your presentation, as we ask other officers representing their agencies, ministry, to please come forward. Lagos AIDS Control Agency on HIV/AIDS, please, representatives should please see. You are also to give a presentation.
Master point.
The master point. Then LASHMA, the Lagos State Health Management is LASHMA.
Okay.
Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, representatives respectively. If you are here, please, all representatives that will be giving presentations, we are please asking you to please come on stage and let us formally take these presentations before the arrival of Mr. Governor. LRS, I know you are in the house. Please, if you are here, Mr. Lanre Lawal, representing the Lagos Internal Revenue Service. Please, can you quickly join us on stage? We are grateful to have you come. I think that is you coming on stage now. Please signify it if it is you. Aha. He's the one. I feel the swag, sir. Thank you very much, sir. 5 minutes. Please be advised that other representatives of other agencies to please, Safety Commission, LASMA, please come on stage respectively for your presentations. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Minister. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, the Honorable Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, the Honorable Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Commissioners and members of the State Executive Council. Okay, the MC said I should stand on already established protocols. Good morning. My name is Larry Lawal. I am honored to represent the Executive Chairman of the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, Dr. Ayodele Subar. He sent his warm regards. And I now read his speech. I congratulate you, our indefatigable and gallant officers of the Civil and Public Service of Lagos State, on this occasion of the 2026 Workers' Day celebration. We are proud of your immense, valuable, and quality contributions to the growth and development of Lagos State. You have made us proud, as your contributions, together with those of others, have collectively positioned Lagos State Internal Revenue Service as the foremost subnational internal revenue generating agency in Nigeria, thereby making Lagos State the state with the highest internally generated revenue IGR in Nigeria. To sustain this #1 position, we solicit your continued support by ensuring that you file your individual income returns in compliance with the new tax laws, also for you to pay adequate taxes. We rely on you to be our ambassadors and ensure that your spouses and relatives who are business owners pay their taxes and contribute to the pool in order to accelerate the development of our dear state. Talking about these tax laws, the majority of us here are yet to file our individual returns, which the deadline has elapsed. As we all know that late filing, non-filing, and false declaration of incomes comes with consequences. I'm sure you may be wondering, why is this filing necessary? Because we all know that our offices have filed collectively for us. Filing of individual returns will enable the government to have a robust database of the citizens of Lagos State, and this will enhance adequate planning and proper decision making. It is also to capture other sources of income that may not be known to our employers. Any other income that we earn, such as side hustles, such as farming, consultancies, online and offline trading, private practice, and other forms of additional earnings. The benefits of this filing of returns is enormous. Paramount among it is that if your annual income is below 800,000 naira per annum, you are not liable to pay personal income tax. It is also when you file in your returns that you can only enjoy a rent relief of 20% of your annual rent paid, subject to a maximum of 500,000 naira per annum, whichever is lower. However, you are required to make a formal request to enjoy this benefit. Under the new tax law and revised tax rates, people whose annual income is below 3 million will now pay lower taxes compared to what they have been paying previously, while people with annual above 3 million naira will experience a marginal increase in their tax payments. However, it is only upon filing your individual tax returns that you can obtain a tax clearance certificate, as there are other certain personal information that only you can provide for us, which are necessary for us to process your tax clearance certificate. We have observed over the years that many public officers do not apply for or process their tax clearance certificates, but when the need arises, they present only photocopies of their ID cards and payslips at embassies and other institutions as evidence of tax payments. However, ID card and payslip are not substitute for a tax clearance certificate. Please note that the issuance of tax clearance certificate is free of charge, and it is your right, after you have filed your return and pay your due taxes. You can process your TCC at any of our tax offices closest to your place of work or residence. Our officers are there and will be glad to attend to you. We have our offices across all the 20 local government areas and the 37 local council development areas in Lagos State. Once again, I congratulate us all on this occasion of year 2026 Workers' Day. Ìtẹ̀síwájú àjùmọ̀ṣe ni. Thank you much. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lanre Lawal from the Lagos Internal Revenue Service, representing the Executive Chairman of the Lagos Internal Revenue Service, our own Dr. Ayodele Hamzat Subar. We thank you so very much. As I very graciously, ladies and gentlemen, want to graciously welcome and duly give honor to whom honor is due. It is my honor and pleasure to recognize and announce the arrival of the head of service of the Lagos State government, the one and only vibrant public service in the corporate entity called the Nigerian state. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever we are, can we please put our hands together for the head of service, Mr. Olabode Shuaib Agoro. Head of service, with due respect, sir, we welcome you. Head of service, we welcome you. We thank you for your honor. Thank you, DJ. If you want to greet the head of service, greet the head of service. Oh yeah. Oh, five for Nikiwani. Baby for Nikiwani. All right, thank you. Thank you. That's for the head of service. DJ, so head of service, thank you. That's for the head of service. And next for me to also recognize is the Honorable Commissioner for Housing in Lagos State, Honorable Maruf Akinderu Fatai, the HCSA. Okay, wherever you are seated, we want to thank you for the honor of having you seated, Honorable Commissioner for Housing in Lagos State. I leave that to also very graciously recognize the special advisor to Mr. Governor on infrastructure, a fine gentleman that he is, Engineer Olufemi Daramola. Sir, wherever you are seated, sir, a wave of your hand, like we did before you came, is what to signify that you are there. Thank you, boss. Thank you so very much. I'm to also recognize very graciously the special advisor to Mr. Governor on rural development, in the person of Dr. Nuruddin Agbaje, a very fine gentleman. You are also recognized. And of course, what's left is we are done with this. We are done with this. Thank you very much. Comrade Fumi Agnes Sesi, Chairman LSC Lagos State Chapter. We recognize you. Comrade Biodun Aladeton, Chairman TUC Lagos State. So for the next presentation, we take the Chief Executive Officer of the Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, a princess in her right, Dr. Folake Mi Animashao. Ma, with all due respect, we also want to graciously welcome you on stage to give your presentation on this concern of service delivery that you have been committed to over the years, and something you have been exceedingly doing great to promote the cause of this concern for the good people of Lagos State. Dr. Folake Mi Animashao, we thank you, man.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, distinguished labor leaders, and the resilient workforce of Lagos State. Happy Workers' Day. Today is not only a celebration of labor, it's an opportunity to engage, inform, and empower. It's a moment to speak directly to the heartbeat of Lagos, our workers, on an issue that affects health, productivity, dignity, and the livelihoods, HIV awareness, prevention, and stigma reduction. I bring you warm greetings from the Lagos State AIDS Control Agency. The agency mandated to coordinate HIV prevention, treatment, care, and support across the state. This year's theme, Insecurity and Poverty, Bane of Decent Work, speaks strongly to the realities many workers face. However, there is a critical dimension we must not overlook: health security. Because the truth is simple: there can be no decent work without good health. HIV remains a significant public health issue, particularly among people in their most productive years. It's not just a health concern, it's a workplace issue, a family issue, and a developmental issue. But beyond HIV itself, the greatest barrier we face today is stigma and misinformation. When people are afraid, they avoid testing, they delay treatment, they suffer in silence, and this is how both lives and livelihood are quietly affected. Today, we are here to change that narrative. Let me clearly state, HIV is not a death sentence. With early testing and proper treatment, individuals living with HIV can live long, healthy, and productive. You can work, you can provide for your family, you can live fully, and just as importantly, every worker has a right to dignity, privacy, and freedom from discrimination. Your HIV status is confidential. No one should stigmatize, excluded, or treated unfairly because of their HIV status. This is why today is about awareness, action, and responsibility. I encourage every worker here today, know your status. Take advantage of the free HIV testing available here today. Encourage your friends, your colleagues, and family members to. Testing is free, confidential, it is safe, it is quick. That one decision can protect your health, it can protect your family and your future. At the same time, we must all become advocates. Say no to stigma and discrimination against people living with HIV. Support those living with HIV. Promote accurate information. Create safe and inclusive workplaces. Because when stigma ends, more people get tested, more people access treatment, more people remain productive. This is where and how we protect our workforce. This is how we reduce poverty. This is how we build a stronger Lagos. LSECA remains fully committed to taking HIV services closer to the people, into communities, into workplaces, and every spaces in line with the Team Plus agenda of Mr. Governor. If you need any support beyond today, visit us at Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, 123 Bus Street, Lagos Island, Lagos. We are here for you, distinguished workers. A healthy workforce is a productive workforce. An informed workforce is an empowered workforce. A stigma-free workforce is a thriving workforce. So today, as you celebrate, take a further step. Take action. Protect your health. Protect your future. With the continued leadership of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, Lagos State will remain committed to safeguarding the health and well-being of every worker. Happy Workers' Day, and God bless Lagos State. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, ma, for that beautiful presentation. A round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen. Please, let's cheer her up. Cheer her up. You would agree with me that that was a beautiful presentation. And in case you're not following, DJ, bring it down a bit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's something salient she has said here, and that is the need for us that we are gathered here as workers. We need to know our health status, particularly your HIV/AIDS status, and there is a free HIV/AIDS test here. So take advantage of this so that you know your status. And of course, for members of the First Estate of the Realm, key point also said here is the need for people to say no to stigma against people living with HIV. And so in that order, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the presentation from Safety Commission. Join me to welcome Mrs. Olubumi Jegede. With an applause, ladies and gentlemen. A woman, just look at the standing. Uneasy always lies the hair that wears the crown. So let's hear the beautiful presentation she has brought to us. I love your swag. That's my swagalicious mama. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great Nigerian workers! Great Nigerian workers! Good morning, comrades, and welcome to this year's celebration. I stand on all existing protocol, and this is the safety moment. This is Mobolaji Johnson Arena, and this venue is equipped with firefighting equipment. In the unforeseen event of a fire, with access routes that also serve as exit and emergency exits in case of emergency. Ensure that these access routes are unobstructed for easy movement and quick exit if needed. If you hear an audible alarm or see a visible alarm, please know that it is not a fire drill. We implore you to remain calm and evacuate this venue quickly through the shortest possible route to the muster point provided outside. And once outside this venue, do not re-enter until further instructed. Mobile toilets are situated at different locations behind the bleachers within this venue for your convenience. Please ask safety marshals for direction. For medical emergencies, first aiders and medical personnel are present to attend to your medical needs. If you feel unwell or someone around you feels unwell, kindly notify the medical team or safety marshal for prompt attention. Also, watch out for trailing cables in the course of moving around this venue.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome His Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, we thank you. Thank you so very much for the honor of your very noble presence, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. Please let us all stand up where we are. Greatest Nigerian workers, of the greatest Nigerian workers, of the greatest Nigerian workers. Let's stand up to welcome Mr. Deputy Governor. Let us rise to give him the honor so due to Mr. Deputy Governor, please.
Yes,
DJ, nice music.
As we welcome him, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say many thanks to you, sir, for your unwavering support, for your commitment, and for your contribution towards effective governance and service to the people of Lagos State. You are loved, sir. Yes, that is the honor. Honor must be given to whom honor is due. You're welcome, sir.
Ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ̀ kó èkó ní ìbàjẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ̀ kó Hamzat lè kó. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ̀ kó. Ọbáfẹ́mi Hamzat. Ọ̀rọ̀ kìíní gbajúmọ̀ àyànfẹ́ tàtà tó lórí gbígbé. Gómìnà tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà ní. Ọlọ́lá gbajúmọ̀ àyànfẹ́ tàtà. Ẹ bá mi kí Hamzat yìí gbogbo nìyé. Kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ́. Tí iwájú ló máa lọ bọ̀bọ̀. Ọlọ́lá ló ní ṣe ní ẹbá mi ṣe tọ́jọ́ bàbá ní Hamzat mi. Ẹni àgbẹ̀tẹ̀gbẹ̀rọ̀ àtọwọ́ ìbòlẹ̀ ìpele ló tún pèlè sí. Ọbáfẹ́mi Hamzat. Tiwani, 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 ọmọ Amsa, Tiwani, Tiwani, ọba Fẹ́mi jẹ, Tiwani, ọmọ Amsa, Tiwani, ọba Fẹ́mi, Tiwani, ọmọ Amsa, Tiwani, Èkó ilé, Èkó ilé, Èkó ilé, ọba Fẹ́mi, Èkó ilé, Amsa ti, Èkó ilé, Tiwa ló ṣe, Èkó ilé, iwájú ni, ọba Fẹ́mi Amsa, ọba Fẹ́mi Amsa, ọmọ Mr. Governor, ọmọ Mr. Governor, ọmọ Mr. Governor, ọmọ Mr. Governor, ọba Fẹ́mi Amsa ní ọlọ́lá, Akọ̀yìnàyà. Amsa, Akọ̀yìnàyà. Ọ̀gá lọ fi sọ ọ̀gá tó, Akọ̀yìnàyà, Akọ̀yìnàyà, Akọ̀yìnàyà. Ọba Fẹ́mi Amsa yóò, Akọ̀yìnàyà. Ọ̀rọ̀ kí ni gbajúmọ̀ àyànfẹ́ àtàtà? Akọ̀yìnàyà. Ẹ bá mi gbé sókè ó lọ bọ̀lá lọ. Akọ̀yìnàyà, Akọ̀yìnàyà, Akọ̀yìnàyà. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀ yìí, tẹ́lẹ̀ ó wà. A ní ọmọ Amsa tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀ rí iṣẹ́. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Ọmọ Amsa tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀ rí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Gómìnà mi tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà mọ̀ rí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Ẹni tí ó mọ̀ ẹni kò wá gbọ́ sétí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Ọmọ Amsa bí lórí tèmi ẹni rẹ̀ ní ṣe. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Ọba Fẹ́mi tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀ rí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Ọba Fẹ́mi tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀ rí o. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ó mọ̀. Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́. Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́. Ọmọ Amsa dáná. Ọmọ Amsa dáná. Bàbá tó mi ọlọ́lá yóò mo bá ròde bá mi kí dáadáa. Wọ́n ní wípé Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́ rárá. Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́ rárá. Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́ rárá. Èkó ní ìbàjẹ́ rárá. Ẹ̀wọ̀n bá mi sọ fáńsà. Ọ̀dì má ṣe ké. Ọ̀dì má ṣe ké. Ṣẹ́gun ló ní kí ẹ rárá. Gbogbo Labour Party náà ní kí yín. Mustapha Adékúnlé ló ní kí ẹ. Ọmọ Amsa ti. Wọ́n ní pé ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Amsa Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. A ní pé ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Deputy chairman ló ní kí. Corporate issue Amare ọlọ́lá ló ní tèmi ẹ bá mi kí dára. Ṣítù yẹ ló ní tèmi àyànfẹ́. NURT. Wọ́n ní kí sọ fáńsà. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Ọ̀dì máa ṣe gé. Amsa Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. Ọba Fẹ́mi Amsa yìí. Isawamado. Ọ̀rọ̀ kì í ní gbajúmọ̀ ẹni rẹ̀ ní. Isawamado. Àwọn Sanwó-Olú aláyọ̀ yìí. Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. Amsa Isawamado. Ọ̀pọ̀ Amsa Amsa bàbá àgbà ọmọ Fẹ́mi Amsa ti 2027 gómìnà mi ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mustapha Adékúnlé Sèlú. Dẹ́bùtì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ sí ti dáná. Ọmọ bá kú dẹ̀lẹ́ ti dáná. Ọmọ bá kú dẹ̀lẹ́ ti dáná. Tẹ́sọ̀ alẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Ó dára mo fi kí ni. Amsa. 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 Ọba Fẹ́mi. Ọba Fẹ́mi. Amsa. Ọlọ́lá ni. Àwọn Sego. Àwọn Sanwó-Olú bàbá rọ̀nà. Àwọn Jagama. Bàbá gbogbo lé. Jagama. Bàbá gbogbo lé. Bàbá Fẹ́mi. Amsa ti.
All right, thank you, gentlemen of the press. Paparazzis, thank you so very much. Can we please allow His Excellency to be well seated? Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. One more time, sir, with all due respect, we bid you welcome, welcome, and indeed welcome for your very noble presence here, sir. Police band, please, let's have some. All right, my colleague. Thank you so very much. The Nigerian Police Band, we thank you. My colleague.
Thank you so much. We'd like to again say a very warm welcome to the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Hamzat. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the honor that you've given to him. Thank you so much. Now, you may now be seated. We want to thank you, sir, for your commitment. Thank you for all that you're doing for the growth and development of Lagos State. We say many thanks to you, sir. And so right now, we may now be seated. Yes, earlier, before the arrival of the Deputy Governor, our presentation was ongoing. So right now, we will continue with that presentation from Safety Commission on Safety by Mrs. Olubumi Jegede. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Please, before she continues finally, all agencies that are going to make presentations, please, let's have you come close to us so that we don't take much of our time in announcing your presence and arrival, please. All agencies of government taking presentations here, we request that you please come close to the stage for us to quickly get this done with. Dr. Falade, sir, we recognize you very respectfully, sir.
Thank you very much, moderator. We also like you to pay attention to your surroundings and keep an eye on your personal belongings. Be aware of potential assets and cooperate with the safety marshals for maximum compliance. Today is Workers' Day and a day of celebration. And so we implore you to let our celebration continue after now as we ensure a healthy psychosocial working environment. Because it is a sound mind and body that celebrates. Safety is no longer just about PPE, helmets, safety shoes, or nose covers. It is no longer just about signages or fire exit. It's about the invisible risk called psychosocial risk within our workplaces. There are those working conditions that stress your mind and make accidents more likely at the workplaces. It is also about how we treat ourselves and others at our workplaces. Examples of this psychosocial hazard include excessive workload. When you do a 12-hour shift or even 24 hours with no break, you are killing yourself. Poor working relationship like bullying, shouting and harassment, job insecurity, no work-life balance. If your working is eating into your sleep, if it is eating into your family time and your health, then you need to press pause and take some rest. They say there is dignity in labor, but there is no dignity in a job that breaks your body and your mind. When the mind is tired, the hands made mistakes. Statistics shows that globally over 7,500 workers die every day from work-related problems, many from stress, heart disease, and accidents caused by fatigue. Employers have responsibility to provide a safe workplace for the employees. And to our employers here today, your profit is tied to your workers. You can't get productivity from a workforce that's burnt out, that is scared and disrespected. Workers who feel respected have fewer injuries, and they also have less sick leave. In safety, respect is no longer a favor, it is compliance. Workers also have their right to a workplace that is free from violence and harassment. This is the strongest PPE, the personal protective equipment we have. A workplace where people feel safe to be human. We have a right to refuse unsafe work without punishment. And we also have a right to participate in safety decisions. As workers, we must also be disciplined. Discipline is a part of a healthy work environment. If you want to be respected, abide by the ethics of your workplace. Use the safe system of work provided for you, and you must also report all hazards in your workplace. Stress is a workplace hazard. Report it. Also, support colleagues to ensure they stay safe. In closing, I'd like you to agree with me, great workers, greatest of the greatest workers of Nigeria, agree with me that productivity without well-being is not progress. Agree with me that a good job lets you go home safe in mind and body. Also agree with me that employers must protect their workforce and workers must protect each other, because safety is a collective responsibility and it starts with you. This message is brought to you from Lagos State Safety Commission. Happy Workers' Day and thank you. We are
Auntie Ejasi Kini, thank you, Jegi.
And she's so loud.
All right,
That's
before we
good.
take on the next presentation, a quick roll call of honor. We very specially want to welcome the Permanent Secretary, Motor Vehicle Agency Administration in Nigeria, Mr. Abdul Rashid Abiola Muriokonlasa. We welcome you. Mr. Ogunson Yadeomi, the PS Home Affairs. Mr. Adeniran Kasali, the Permanent of Tertiary Education, Engineer Sholabo Mishashore, Permanent Secretary Civic Engagement, Mrs. Moji Yusuf, TGPS Education District 6, Mrs. Monsurat Adeleke, Permanent Secretary TGPS Health District 3, Dr. Femi Kwasheda, Health District 4, Permanent Secretary, Architect Bolanle Olukare, PS Office of Works, and the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission LASEC, Prince Fashola Abdurrafiu Omowole. We welcome you, the body of permanent secretaries, for your noble honor here today.
All right, DJ, thank you so much. However, just bring it low for now. Okay, yes, we have been recognizing very distinguished personalities, but of course, there is need for us to also recognize and appreciate members of the fourth estate of the REM. Ladies and gentlemen, all that you do here today wouldn't be recorded and projected as it is supposed to be if members of the fourth estate of the REM are not here. So, for all the work they do on daily basis, ladies and gentlemen, join me to appreciate the media members of the fourth estate of the REM. Please celebrate yourself. Come on. Celebrate yourself. Without, DJ, give us music, Yes. We are the media. The media guys. The people will project you. Yes. All the contribution of Mr. Governor, Deputy Governor. We are everywhere. State House allows the presidency, Aso Rock, National Assembly, Senate. For all those working at this time, I doff my cap to you. And at the same time, yes, DJ, let it go a bit. Yes, we need to celebrate ourselves. Journalists, celebrate yourself for just 5 minutes. Come on. Yes, I recognize you. MITV, Mr. Abiola Ismail. Yes, I see you, NTA representatives. AIT is here. Channels Television is here. Super Screen TV is here. Of course, those covering State House are also here. And I'd like to recognize the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ body, the Lagos State Council Chairman, Secretary, and other executives present here. You are welcome. And of course, I'd like to also recognize and appreciate the State Chairman of Ratawu Radio, Television, Theatre, and Arts Workers Union, Lagos State Council, Comrade Ishola Adejimo. Thank you so much for all you do. So right about now, it is time for us to kick very officially this very program, because we are honored, of course, to have the Deputy Governor and, of course, the Governor of Lagos State will be here with us.
Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, distinguished eminent guests here present, may I please request our honor to please rise with all due respect for us to take the national anthem to officially commence the business of the day.
Yes,
the
please.
National anthem, please.
In the spirit of patriotism, ladies and gentlemen, let us rise. This is the only country we have, a country, Nigeria. And yes, we are in Lagos State, Southwest Nigeria. The states that lead other states. Without Lagos, I mean, when Lagos cough, you know what happens to other states. Right now, at the count of 1, 2, 3, let us take the national anthem.
Nigeria. God bless Lagos State. Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, honorable members of the Lagos State House of Assembly here seated, as represented by different representation of the chairman of respective committees here seated, on civil service establishment and pensions, and on procurement here seated, as well as the Honorable Minister of Labor, so represented here today by the Lagos Controller of Labor in Lagos State, Mr. Ilemwago Eshomunu Asoko Gene, the Head of Service, Mr. Olabode Shuaib Aguru, esteemed members of the Lagos State Executive Council here present, members of the Chairman of Statutory Commission here seated, esteemed members of the Body of Permanent Secretaries, top government functionaries, heads of extra-ministerial departments here present, directors in different capacity representing different MDAs here seated, comrade leaders of the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress here present, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, the gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is to the great glory of God and honor to humanity that we graciously want to welcome you all to the year 2026 Workers' Day celebration with the theme, Insecurity, Poverty, Bane of Decent Work Environment. It is in this concern that we are today grateful to God in commemorating yet another momentous day like this. And without taking much of our time, I will be asking the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Establishments and Training, Mr. Folabi Ayotayo, the Honorable Commissioner, sir, to please give the welcome address. But before then, while he's coming, we quickly take the opening prayer. Quickly, sir, the opening prayer while the Honorable Commissioner is on his way.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. All praises belong to God, Lord Almighty. the beneficent, the merciful, the master of the day of judgment. He alone do we worship, and He alone do we seek help. Guide us to the right path, the path of those whom you have favored, not the path of those whom you have run astray. God bless you all. Thank you. Solidarity, solidarity forever, solidarity forever. We are singing solidarity forever, for the union because strong. Solidarity. We are singing solidarity forever. Solidarity forever, for the unions makes us strong. Victory, that is victory for us. Victory, that is victory for us.
In the struggle
For our members, there is victory for us.
forward,
Backward, never. In the struggle for our members, there is victory.
It's a little
In Africa.
in Africa.
Solidarity. Solidarity. Great Nigeria workers. Great Nigeria workers. Great Gbogbo. Great Gbagba.
Gbagba.
Let me leave the rest for the union leaders when they come. The governor of Lagos State, ably State Governor, Dr. Kadri Hamzat. Members of the House of Assembly, particularly Honorable Oladele Ajayi, Chairman House Committee on Establishment and Pensions. Lagos State Head of Service, Mr. Olabode Agboro. The Secretary to look to the State Government, Barrister Bimbola Salu Hundeyin. Honorable Commissioners and Cabinet members here present. Chairman of Statutory Commissions here present. Body of Permanent Secretaries, especially my dear sister, PSO, Mrs. Olasukomi Adegbola Oyegbola, and other permanent secretaries, my own PS, Mrs. Olubusola Abidakun, Dr. Olubusola Abidakun, and the rest of the permanent secretaries here present. The organized labor here present, especially my dear sister, Mrs. Agnes Sesi, Chairman NLC Lagos State. I extend my greetings to all other labor unions here present. You are welcome to this occasion. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Today is not a speech-making day, but a day of celebration. Therefore, distinguished labor leaders, resilient workers of the state of excellence, invited guests and fellow compatriots in the journey of nation building, I say, Happy Workers' Day. On this Workers' Day celebration, I felicitate and bring you the sincere gratitude of the Ministry of Establishment and Training, and indeed the entire Lagos State government, for your unwavering commitment to our collective progress. I wish to formally celebrate Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu,
the most labor-friendly governor in Nigeria. The Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu's administration has consistently proven that the welfare of workers is not just a policy point, but a personal priority. We are fortunate to be led by a visionary who understands that a happy workforce is the bedrock of a prosperous state. Under the leadership of Mr. Governor, Lagos State has seen the seamless implementation of the minimum wage and prompt payment of salaries and pensions, and the unprecedented clearance of backlogs of retirement bond certificates. His commitment to industrial harmony is evident in his open door policy with labor unions and his massive investment in staff welfare. Governor Sanwo-Olu has transformed labor relations from a theater of conflict into a partnership of progress. I must take a moment to specifically appreciate and commend Comrade Funmi Agnes, the chairman who is serving her last year as the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Lagos State Chapter. Your leadership has been exemplary. We thank you for the robust relationship and the support you have extended to the Ministry of Establishment and Training and the Lagos State Government. Your approach to advocacy, balancing firm representation with constructive dialogue, has been instrumental in maintaining the industrial peace we enjoy today. To all our labor unions leaders, I commend your tenacity. While we may not always agree on how, we are perfectly aligned on the why, which is the total well-being of the Lagos State workers. As you celebrate today, please note that your contributions are the heartbeat of this state. We see your sacrifices, we hear your concerns, and we are working tirelessly to ensure that the environment in which you serve rewards your diligence and secures your future. As I said earlier, today is not a day of long speeches. It's a day of celebration to specifically appreciate and commend Comrade Funmi Agnes, the chairman who is serving her last year as the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Lagos State Chapter. Your leadership has been exemplary. We thank you for the robust relationship and the support you have extended to the Ministry of Establishment and Training and the Lagos State Government. Your approach to advocacy, balancing firm representation with constructive dialogue, has been instrumental in maintaining the industrial peace we enjoy today. To all our labor unions leaders, I commend your tenacity. While we may not always agree on how, we are perfectly aligned on the why, which is the total well-being of the Lagos State workers. As you celebrate today, please note that your contributions are the heartbeat of this state. We see your sacrifices, we hear your concerns, and we are working tirelessly to ensure that the environment in which you serve rewards your diligence and secures your future. As I said earlier, today is not a day of long speeches. It's a day of celebration.
Nigeria Labour Congress State. She is a fighter. She is a dogged, a fighter, and an advocate of workers' rights. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding applause, welcome Comrade Funmi Agnes for her.
Our workers united. Now I want to sing our solidarity song in a proper way.
Yes, so.
Please, can we all rise and sing our solidarity song now? Please, police band, be ready to give us the music drum. When the union inspiration to the worker blood shall run. The working for everyone. word and them say most
For the union makes us strong.
solidarity.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. There is victory for us. That makes us strong. There is victory for us. There is victory for us. Forward, never backward, never. In the struggle for our members, there is victory.
Isoleto.
Africa.
Africa. Aluta. Victoria.
Asata.
Of the greatest Nigeria worker. Ever reasonable Nigeria worker. Ever dynamic Lagos workers. Ever resourceful Lagos State government. Of the greatest Kaba. Atikule Kobo. Greatest Kaba Kobo. Kulu Kulu.
Temper.
Thank you very much. Permit me to welcome May 2026 Workers' Day celebration. The Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Aduragbemi Olushola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented here by his deputy, a very dynamic, very supportive, very resourceful, very loyal, very patient Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat. We welcome the secretary, the state government secretary, Mrs. Salu Hundeyin, the head of service of Lagos State, Mr. Bode Agoro, the commissioner of staff and training, Mr. Ayantayo, all other ESCO members of Lagos State, dynamic resourceful ESCO members. We welcome the Minister of Labour, ably represented here by the State Controller of Labour, Mr. Eshos Itemagbo. All the national presidents and secretaries of affiliate unions that are present here today, most especially the president of Textile and Garment is here in this stadium. He did not go to Abuja. The general secretary of CASAN and the president, they are also here. Our counterparts, and chart a course for a more prosperous and equitable future. Labor creates wealth. Therefore, today present opportunity to appreciate the invaluable contributions of the workers to national development and to the Lagos State government development. We re-evaluate our collective progress and advance policies that guarantee industrial harmony, decent work, and social justice for all. We are particularly honored by the presence of the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by his very supportive and loyal deputy, Dr. Hamsat, and the members of the cabinet of Lagos State. We welcome you all who have been consistently identified with the workers of Lagos State. Your continued participation in our May Day celebrations demonstrates a commendable commitment to the welfare of workers. Indeed, regardless of our positions, we are all workers united by a common purpose: service to humanity. The massive turnout of workers, government officials and well-wishers at Onikan Stadium today is a clear testament to the enduring relevance of May Day. This stadium cannot even contain us. Half of the people that are inside, they are also outside. The massive turnout of workers, government officials and well-wishers is a clear testament to the enduring relevance of May Day. The significance of May Day, the history of May Day dates back to the labor struggles of the 1980s in the United States of America, when workers courageously fought against exploitation and demanded humane working conditions, including the now universally accepted 8 hours workday. Some paid the ultimate price in that noble struggle. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Today we honor their sacrifice and reaffirm our commitment to the ideal for which they stood. May Day has since become a global symbol of workers' resilience, solidarity and determination. It is widely observed annually on May 4th in all the countries across the globe. The theme of 2026 May Day celebration. The theme for this year is insecurity and poverty, the bane of decent work. This is timely, it is apt and deeply reflective of the realities confronting Nigeria's workers today. Please, can I urge all those who are blowing that trumpet, please stop it. Let those who want to listen to the May Day speech, let them listen to the May Day speech. Please stop all those trumpets. Stop blowing all those horns. Stop it now, please. We call on the federal government and all sub-national governments to urgently strengthen our national security architecture. The protection of lives and properties must remain a top priority. Some of our we like to travel. Some of our hobby is to travel. We have removed traveling from our hobby because we are afraid of being kidnapped by terrorists or anywhere on the way. So, no nation can prosper when its citizens live in fear. Equally troubling is the rising level of poverty. The economic hardship currently facing our nation and every nation across the globe has placed enormous strain on workers and their families. Inflation has eroded the purchasing power, and the cost of essential goods and services continues to rise beyond the reach of average workers. Today, many workers struggle to meet basic obligations, including housing, transportation, education, and healthcare. This reality underscores the urgent need for policies that will protect workers' welfare and promote inclusive economic growth. We want to use this medium and this opportunity to thank our ever-loving and supportive Mr. Governor for the giant strides in Lagos State, especially in the areas of providing basic infrastructure. The introduction of the blue, red, and yellow line railway is the first of its kind in Africa. It has made movement easier at less cost. The commissioning of projects during the President Easter holiday in Lagos is worthy of mention. The new Bola Ahmed Tinubu administrative block, the G Center, the 34 renovated school blocks, and the new roads commission are worthy of mention. The Okpebi Ojota Link Bridge is a masterpiece. We love the road. Lagosians are getting the dividends of democracy in the areas of health. But Oliver Twist, we also want more in health insurance for workers and for Lagosians. A lot is happening to keep Lagosians in good health. The health insurance scheme for workers is highly commendable. The state of the nation is nothing to write home about, as uncertainty looms everywhere. The Iran-United States war and the Iran-Israel war has further impoverished our workers. The price of petroleum products and cooking gas have gone through the rooftop. Currently, the price of PMS has increased astronomically. This obviously portends great danger to survival of small businesses and people means of livelihood. The current minimum wage that the workers are receiving now, we achieve it when the PMS pump price is 680 naira. Today, the price of the PMS is 1,350 naira today. Can we imagine that? Based on the above, the current inflation figure is now 15.38%. This is the first time in recent months that we are experiencing a rapid rise in inflation. This has led to mass suffering of our people, and that makes workers more vulnerable. They can no longer meet their essential needs. The prices of foodstuff and other essential commodities have risen beyond what our income can carry. Prices of goods and services have also increased. This brings us to the issue of raising our wages and adequate intervention from the state government to cushion the effect of the current economic hardship on the citizen. This is Lagos, Ekona-Nkpebi. We sincerely appreciate the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for approving a minimum wage of 85,000 for Lagos workers. But we want to tell you, sir, that inflation and the current reality across the globe, the inflation has eaten the 85,000 naira. That minimum wage can no longer sustain the workers of the city of excellence. However, given the prevailing economic realities and the high cost of living in Lagos, this amount is no longer sufficient. It can never meet the basic needs of the workers in Lagos. We therefore respectfully appeal to Your Excellency, our listening father, our ever supportive governor, to review the minimum wage for Lagos State workers from 85,000 naira to 250,000 naira. Solidarity. Ekona-Nkpebi, the center of excellence. Lagos remains Nigeria's commercial nerve center, where the cost of transportation, housing, and feeding are exceptionally high. We are confident that Your Excellency will give our request a favorable consideration, from the children to their father, in the interest of workers and the continued industrial harmony in our dear state. Kudos to Mr. Governor. All the ones that Mr. Governor have been doing and is still doing, we will continue to admonish and appreciate his government. For the initiative of training and retraining of Lagos workers, we appreciate you, sir, and we want you to keep it up. And we hope that the incoming governor of Lagos State will also toe the same line to keep up the good work of Mr. Sanwo-Olu. It should be a continuous one, and on that continuation, the workers of Lagos State stands. The Lagos State governor stands out in training and retraining of workers in order to improve their skills. The governor has committed a lot of resources to training of his workforce on future-ready skills in order to adapt to automation and new workplace demand. The world of work has gone digital, and Lagos State and its workforce are in the forefront. Mr. Sanwo-Olu, we thank you so much for training of Lagos State workers. The sectoral report looks at the state of our affiliates in the Lagos State Council of NLC, non-academic staff of educational and associated institutions, NASU. NASU is calling for the inclusion of the non-teaching staff members in both primary school board and the secondary school commission in the presidential board as approved. NASU is also calling for the review of retirement age from 60 to 65 years and 35 of service to 40 years as applicable, and has been approved at the federal level. We want it to be domesticated in Lagos so that the inclusion in the SUBEB board as approved by Governor NASU will also benefit. The union is also calling for replacement of exited non-teaching staff members in primary and post-primary as a result of statutory retirement, conversion or withdrawal of service. The union also wants the government to bless them with staff buses for workers and 20% salary increase as promised by Mr. Governor to be implemented for staff in tertiary institutions. They are also asking for 22 months arrears on hazard and transport allowances to be paid to NASU staff in Ijaniki Oto, Laswed, Lagos State University of Education. JOESU, Joint Health Sector Union. After a protracted industrial action by JOESU with the underlisted particular demands, which was later suspended, JOESU is calling for the retention allowance of its members, implementation of reduced shift and core duty allowance, and provision of staff buses to its members in MDAs. These resolutions were reached between the Lagos State House of Assembly and the Ministry of Establishment and Training with JOESU. But today, all this has not seen the light of the day. All those agreed resolutions. Regrettably, JOESU members have been in the forefront of healthcare delivery, constituting a large percentage of healthcare provider, and play a vital role during epidemic and pandemic health challenges. We also want the government to approve the new retirement age for health workers at 65 years or 40 years of service as approved by Mr. President. What is good for the good is also good for the gander. It's also good for the gander. What is good for federal workers is also good for state workers. Japa syndrome is real, and we need to retain our good hands. We don't need to make them to go into retirement when they are not yet tired. Ratau Lagos respectively requests inclusion of staff of Radio Lagos, Eko FM, Lagos Television, Lagos Traffic Radio on the Oracle Human Resources Management Platform of the Lagos State Public Service. This integration will ensure proper harmonization of personnel administration with the mainstream public service structure, facilitate career progression and mobility across ministries, departments and agencies, and enhance transparency, efficiency in human resources management. Ratau requests inclusion of staff of Radio Lagos, structured professional training programs for broadcasting personnel. Nigeria Union of Pensioners, they want the government to pay the defined benefit scheme pensioners the 57 months arrears for consequential adjustment in pension and payment of 12 months pension arrears on 20% and 28% adjustment arising from the review of pension rates. The pensioners are also calling for the implementation of the payment of 32,000 per month as pension for the DBS retirees arising from the National Minimum Wage Amendment Act of 2024 for CPS pensioners. The pensioner, given the recent approval of 100% annual emolument for retiring public servants as gratuity by the Federal Executive Council, we are humbly calling on Lagos State government to also domesticate. So all workers in Lagos State, you need fear no fall. We are very sure that Mr. Governor is also going to replicate and domesticate the federal government largesse to workers. When we are retiring, 100% of our annual emolument is sure, even before you get the 25% lump sum. They are based operators on Uber, Bolt, InRide and LagRide drivers. Many of the hardworking drivers have been attacked and killed by the riders. Riders, passengers have effortlessly been attacked by some drivers due to lack of proper profiling. We recommend that all riders and drivers should therefore have their NIN linked to ride-hailing account. We want government to make this as a priority because of the safety of riders on app-based rides like Uber, Bolt, InRide and LagRide. We want Lagos State to be safe for all riders and all drivers. We call on the app companies that commission should not be more than 7%. There should also be health insurance for all drivers working on any platform. Ilera Eko. There should also be soft loan with little interest for all drivers working on any of the platform. The national unions of dispatch riders and mail operators, their major challenge is the frequent harassment and unlawful action by some people that call themselves law enforcement agencies, coupled with the high rate of accident claims due to poor road conditions and reckless riding. Members of this union, dispatch riders, are complaining of unrealistic delivery deadlines and operating without insurance or any form of social protection. The union is ready to partner with the NSC, Lagos State Council and the government to build a safer, regulated and professional logistics sector that benefits all Lagosians. The teachers in Lagos State, they appeal to Mr. Governor the same appeal of 65 years age and also 40 years of service retirement policy for teachers in Lagos State. Since this is a unanimous appeal, can we together generally appeal on behalf of all the workers and all sectors that in America retirement age is 67 years, in United Kingdom retirement age is 66 years, in Nigeria, in Lagos, we are appealing that retirement age should be extended to 65 years. And we want Lagos State, the Center of Excellence, to commence and to implement without delay. We note with concern that as of today, more than 20 states have approved and implemented the 65 years for their teachers. Lagos will not lag behind. Mr. Governor will surely implement before he leaves office. The union therefore passionately appeal to the state government to make a formal pronouncement on the extension of the retirement age. Also, the nurses are also asking for 65 years retirement age. All government workers, all the sector in Lagos State, in Nigeria, they are asking for extension of retirement age because they are not tired. They still want to give more to the service of their fatherland. The teachers also draw the attention of Mr. Governor to the discontinuance of the annual merit award for teachers in Lagos, which has not been held since the year 2022. The annual merit award was not merely ceremonial, but played a vital role in motivating teachers to strive for higher standards of professionalism, innovation, and commitment to duty. Your Excellency, our ever listening Mr. Governor, we humbly appeal for the reinstatement of annual merit award for teachers. Its revival will not only restore a culture of excellence and healthy competition among educators, but we also affirm the government's commitment to the welfare and professional growth of teachers. We want to use this medium to appreciate sincerely our ever supportive and ever listening Governor of Lagos State, the NLC, the TUC, all the workers in Lagos State. We thank Mr. Governor for operating an open door policy. He is always ever listening to our complaint. He's not tired of ever getting the welfare of the workers as the priority of his administration. We also want to urge and admonish the incoming governor of Lagos State. We have seen the mobilization in the stadium today, and we have seen where the pendulum is swinging even in the mouths of the workers of Lagos State. NSCTUC, we have not put that music in their mouth, but very, very soon we will come out with our full chest, because the administration that is doing us good, we will know and we will reckon with that administration. We want to tell Mr. Governor that where you go, the workers of Lagos State will follow you, because we trust you, we know you, and because you understand our language. You know that we are Oliver Twist. We will always come for more. You don't push us away. So for that reasons, we also got your back, Mr. Governor. Once again, we want to express our profound appreciation to the Governor of Lagos State, ably represented by his lawyer, Deputy, Mr. Dr. Obafemi Hamzat. We know you, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat. We have seen the resilience in you. We know that you are very intelligent, very knowledgeable, very experienced, very loyal, very patient, dependable, and when the time comes, beckon on us, we will be there for you. That is what the workers of Lagos State says I should let you know, sir. We want to salute the great workers of Lagos State for this massive turnout. These workers did not just turn out here today. They want to hear the good news from Mr. Governor. Am I lying? No. The workers of Lagos State, their ears are on ground. The ears of the workers of Lagos State are on ground. They know that Mr. Governor has come with good packages, good welfare for the workers of Lagos State. And we want to believe that we will jubilate at today's Workers' Day. We will dance from this stadium to our homes, because the governor will believe wọ́n máa jùlẹ̀ fún wa gan lẹ́nu. Èkó náà ń pè bí this is Lagos. For the invaluable contribution and the development of our state, we are with you, sir. Look at the massive turnout. And there is a song that always says, ẹ wò gbòòrò wò, ìgboro ní ẹ wò bẹ́ẹ̀ rí iṣẹ́. We have seen the work of Mr. Governor and his team. We just saw the 24 red lane coach that arrived Nigeria. It's for the good of Lagosians, for workers and for all Lagosians. We want more of this. We urge you to continue to dish out all those goodies, all those infrastructural facilities. We are with you, sir. The Nigeria Labour Congress Lagos State Council will remain steadfast in our commitment to advancing the welfare of workers. We will continue to engage constructively with government and employers to ensure improved condition of service. And also we want to talk to the conscience of employers in the private sector. All those employers in the private sector who are yet to implement the minimum wage in Lagos State, we are going to declare war against such companies. Such employer of labor in private sector, if you have not paid minimum wage in Lagos State can no longer contain you. Pay the minimum wage or else we'll come and knock at your door. In fact, we'll bring our chain and our padlock. But we don't want to be an enemy of any company. We want to be friends with all the company. Please continue to take the welfare of your workers as very, very key and important. Together we shall continue to move Lagos State forward. We will continue with this government that is doing wonders. And we still want to say that forward ever! The struggle continues. Long live Nigeria Labour Congress Lagos State Council! Long live! Long live Nigeria Labour Congress!
Long live!
Long live Lagos State!
Long live!
Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria!
Long live!
We can see the trophies that are in front of us today. The union that mobilized, the most mobilized union today in the stadium is going to cut home the first position, followed by the second most mobilized and the third. Then we also have award presentation to Mr. Governor. Head of service is going to receive award. The Commissioner for Establishment and Training is going to receive award jointly from NSC and TUC today. Mr. Governor is also going to receive award. And then we have a very big cake that we are going to cut. This year is a very unique year because today stands as the last Workers' Day I will be celebrating with us as the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress. Next year, Workers' Day, I will not be standing in your front as the chairman of NSC. This is my last. It's not unto death, but for good. We shall all continue to move forward for good reasons. I want to leave you workers, for this is my last Workers' Day celebration with you all.
Wow.
I thank you for supporting my administration for the past 7 years. March next year, I will be 8 years in office, and I will transfer the office. I will give the baton to the person that will take over from me. I enjoy the solidarity. I enjoy the unity. I enjoy the resilience, the strength. I thank you all. I thank you all. Lagos State worker, you are hardworking. You are resilient. I thank you. You are very productive. I thank you. I thank you so much. And I thank the government of Lagos State, from Mr. Governor to all the ESCO, for their support so far to the workers in Lagos State during my tenure. It will go down in history that once upon a time there was indeed a chairperson of NSC in Lagos named Agnes Fumi Sesi.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise up and celebrate a woman of substance.
You are
rise up and celebrate.
You are a leader.
You are a leader.
You are a leader.
Comrade Sesi, you are a leader. You are a leader.
You are a leader.
Comrade Sesi, you are a
leader.
Oh, you are a leader.
Who be your leader? Who be your leader? Who be your leader? Sesi, who be your leader? Agnes, who be your leader?
Madam Sesi.
Nigeria workers! Ever conscious Lagos State workers! Articulate worker! Ever conscious Gigi! Bigman! Amanda! Amanzi! Awetu! Wanda! Our people united can never be defeated! Get us my people! sustain so that you can maintain.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. Give a round of applause for a woman of substance. She has performed excellently well. You will agree with me, of course, with so much that she has also said. And so right about now, we will quickly take the chairman of Lagos State Trade Union Congress, of course, to also deliver his speech. However, before he continues, I need to quickly pass this information. Please, the owner of Jack Jeep with a black color with a registration number AKD 730JF, your tires have been removed, so they need you outside. Please go and check. Jack Jeep, black in color, in AKD 730JF registration number. Please go out and check what has happened to your Jeep. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, quickly, let us take the address of the TUC chairman in Lagos State in person of Comrade Abiodun Aladeton.
Solidarity! Solidarity! Aluta! Victoria! Amandla! Awetu! Thank you, comrades. Please, for the want of time, I would like to quickly go into the business of the day. Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by our one and only dynamic, ever-conscious Deputy Governor, Mr. Obafemi Kadiri Hansat, and by the special grace of God, the next Governor of Lagos State. Also, let me use this opportunity to also welcome the Secretary to the State Government of Lagos State, our ever-smiling Madam. You all know her. She's ever smiling. And also, let me use this opportunity to thank our own head of service, very sporty, always friendly, a man who runs an open door policy. Sir, we say thank you. And by extension, the Honorable Commissioner for Establishment and all other government representatives here seated today, please permit me to continue on the already established protocol. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, let me use this opportunity to extend my warm appreciation to the entire leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council for your support and loyalty to the leadership of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, particularly at this most critical time in our history. We appreciate you. We say thank you. And for Comrade Sesi, let me say this. I am highly optimistic that when the history of the labor movement will be written, I want to assure you that a special seat will be reserved for you by the special grace of God. Comrades, let me also go straight to my speech. Today, distinguished representative of government, eminent leaders, organized labor, captains of industry, river elders, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow comrades in the vineyard of the struggle, and our media communities, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, the noble workers of Lagos State, the living strength behind the greatness of this city. Today is not an ordinary date on the calendar. It is not merely another public holiday. It is a sacred appointment with history. A day set aside by humanity. Honor the hands that build nation, the mind that sustain institutions, and the sacrifice that keeps society moving. May Day is the world grand salute to labor, the eternal force behind the progress and civilization. Every road we drive upon, every hospital that heals, every classroom that shapes the future, every market that feeds the people, every innovation that advances society are all fruit of labor. Behind every achievement stands a worker. Behind every functioning system stands a worker. Behind every prosperous nation stands a respected workforce. From the martyrs of Chicago in 1866 to the heroic pioneer of unionism in Nigeria, this day was portrayed by courage, watered by sacrifice, and preserved by solidarity. We therefore gather not merely to celebrate work, but to celebrate dignity, not merely to applaud productivity, but to affirm humanity, not merely to mark a tradition, but to renew a covenant that the worker shall never be invisible, never be voiceless, and never be forgotten. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to pass a message to all private employers of labor on the constant attack on the right of unions to organize. On this solemn and significant day, we must also address an issue that touches the conscience of our nation: the increasing hostility of some private sector employer to legitimate right of workers to organize and belong to trade union. Let it be clearly stated that the right to freedom of association is not a favor granted by employer. It is a constitutional guaranteed right as enshrined in section 40 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is a sacred democratic right that allows citizens to associate freely for the protection of their interest and dignity. Any attack on the right is an attack on democracy itself. We therefore use this opportunity to call on Global Plus Nigeria Limited, a subsidiary of Christ Embassy, to use this moral significance of Workers' Day to recall the 74 workers who were reportedly dismissed on the account of their being members of a trade union. The spirit of May Day calls for healing, calls for justice, and calls for restoration, not victimization. We urge all employers in the private sector to learn from the Lagos State government and public institutions that have continued to respect the right of workers to organize and engage lawful industrial relation processes. Prosperity built on fear cannot endure, but prosperity built on justice shall stand the test of time. Gratuity and social security for workers. We also wish to commend the newly introduced policy direction at the federal level regarding the payment of gratuity to deserved workers after years of meritorious service. This is a noble recognition that those who gave their best at their life to service to the nation should never step into retirement empty-handed. Gratuity is more than a financial benefit. It is a statement of gratitude. It is a society saying to the retiring worker, we remember your years of service, we honor your service, and we will not abandon you at the sunset of your labor. We express strong optimism that Lagos State, as the best center of excellence and innovation in Nigeria, will in due course embrace and implement this progressive policy under the watch of our labor-friendly governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. Lagos, as always, Lagos lead while others follow, and we are confident that in the era of workers' welfare or retirement dignity, Lagos will once again show the way. Infrastructure. Infrastructure, no doubt, is the skeleton of economic growth. Where roads are broken, opportunities are delayed. Where bridges are absent, communities remain isolated. Where transport system fail, productivity suffers. We therefore commend the Lagos State government for remarkable stride in infrastructure development across the state. The commissioning of road and bridges in Alimosho, Ikorodu, Badagry, Etiosa, Ikeja, and other divisions has brought visible transformation to daily lives. The reconstruction and dualization of the Abaraja Road corridor in Igondo, Ikotu has improved traffic flow and open commercial activity in that axis. The Babafemi Dada Bridge has reduced commuting time significantly for residents and workers. The continued expansion of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway stands as one of the most strategic transport investments in West Africa. This project do more than beautify the landscape. They create jobs. Engineers, bricklayers, welders, surveyors, transport operators, suppliers, food vendors, artisans, and small businesses all benefit from infrastructure development. Every kilometer of road laid becomes a corridor of commerce. Every bridge erected becomes a bridge to opportunity. We urge government to sustain this momentum because when infrastructure rises, unemployment falls. Healthcare. No economy can thrive if its people are unhealthy. The greatest wealth of any society is not oil, not gold, not concrete, but healthy citizens. We therefore applaud the Lagos State government for sustained investment in healthcare delivery. The rehabilitation and upgrade of primary healthcare centers across the state has brought medical services closer to the grassroots. This is especially significant for workers and low-income families who depend on affordable public healthcare. The new Mercy Street Children's Hospital project represents visionary leadership. The expansion of facilities at general hospitals across the state, including Ojo, Bagada, Shomolu, and other locations, reflect a government that understands that healthcare is not an expenditure, but it is an investment. This project also stimulates the economy. Hospital create jobs for doctors, nurses, pharmacists, laboratory scientists, administrators, cleaners, security personnel, food suppliers, equipment vendors, and many more. A healthy workforce is a productive workforce. When citizens receive timely medical care, absenteeism declines, productivity rises, and families are protected from catastrophic expenses. We encourage further expansion of health insurance coverage so that quality health care becomes a right and not a privilege. Education. Education is the factory where future is manufactured. We commend the Lagos State government for strategic investment in the educational sector through classroom construction, school rehabilitation, teacher support, digital learning initiative, and institutional expansion. The building and renovation of thousands of classrooms across the state have improved learning environment for children. Distribution of learning materials has eased the burden on parents. The development of e-learning tools and digital devices under the innovative program has prepared students for technological-driven world. We also acknowledge the investment in tertiary institutions such as the Lagos State University, LASUTECH, and LASUED, which continue to train professionals, educators, scientists, manpower, reducing unemployment, promoting innovation, and attracting investment. Every child educated today is a potential taxpayer, a creator, an employer, and a leader tomorrow. To educate the people is to empower the economy. Tourism and creative economy. Lagos is not only a commercial capital, it is a cultural capital. Our music, fashion, heritage festivals, nightlife, beaches, and creative energy are global assets. We commend the Lagos State government for recognizing tourism and creative economy as engines of growth. The festive season boom, renewed attention to heritage destinations like Badagry, waterfront development, cultural events, and support for entertainment industries have projected Lagos to the world. Improved road to Badagry have enhanced access to one of Nigeria's most historically significant tourism destinations. This means more business for hotels, restaurants, transport operators, tour guides, artisans, and local traders. Tourism creates employment quickly and widely. It empowers youth, supports more businesses, and attracts foreign spending, and strengthens the image of the state. When culture is properly managed, it becomes a currency. In conclusion, Mr. Governor, ably represented by our own Deputy Governor, sir, I wish to say, let me draw the curtain on this historic gathering. Let it be remembered that the worker is not merely a participant in society. The worker is its very foundation, the tower that pierces the sky, the road that stretches across the land, the hospital that heals, the school that enlightens, the market that thrives, and the institutions that endure and stand upon the strength of labor. Worker is the unseen hand behind every visible success. Before the city awakes, the worker is already in motion. Before the nation celebrates progress, the worker has already paid the price in discipline, sacrifice, and perseverance. To every worker in Lagos and across Nigeria, we say today, hold your heads high. Let no hardship diminish your worth, and let no challenge silence your hope. Your labor is noble. Your sweat is sacred. Your contribution is eternal. We reaffirm our commitment as labor movement to continue to defend your rights, advancing your welfare, and ensuring that the dignity of labor remains more than a slogan. It must remain a living reality. We extend our hand of partnership to the government and employers, for when labor and leaders work together in sincerity, prosperity becomes possible for all. And let these words ring beyond the arena and echo into the future. The worker is the candle that burns itself and gives light to others. And though the flames may flicker in the wind, it is that flame that keeps the world from darkness. So let the worker never be despised. Let the worker never be forgotten. Let the worker never lose hope, for the dawn always belongs to those who labor through the night. Long live workers of Lagos State. Long live the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. Long live the Nigeria Labour Congress. Long live the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council. Long live Lagos State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Solidarity forever. Solidarity. Aluta. Victoria. Amandla. Awetu. A people united
can never be defeated.
Thank you, comrade.
Yes, sir. Round of applause. Amen. Indeed, the leader. Thank you.
You are a leader.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, comrades.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, comrades. Thank you. Thank you, comrades. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you so very much. That is the TUC chairman, Lagos State Comrade Abiodun Aladeto. A very long speech there. Of course, all of these is about the advocacy of workers. And it is also very important for me to bring to your attention one very salient thing that was being talked about here is the need and appeal for adjustment of the state retirement policy, the need to extend their years of service to 65 years. And hopefully the governor is here, the listening governor, the effervescent governor. We are very certain he will work on this. All right, right about now, ladies and gentlemen, we will now love to invite the Honorable Minister of Labor, NLC, the Honorable Minister of Labor, who is ably represented here by the Controller of Labor, Lagos State, in person of Comrade Itemuagbo Eshomonu Asoko Gane. With a resounding applause, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him for a speech. Please, let's keep jamming our hands together.
Are you, sir?
Thank you. You're welcome,
Thank you very
sir.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Deputy Governor, the dynamic Deputy Governor, Dr. Hamzat, and his amiable team, distinguished leaders of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, esteemed members of the organized labor, comrades, respected stakeholders, and gentlemen of the press. I bring you warm greetings from the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Lagos State Office. It is with great pleasure that I extend my goodwill to you all on the occasion of this year's joint May Day celebration. May Day remains a significant platform to recognize and celebrate the resilience, dedication, and invaluable contributions of Nigerian workers to national development. The theme for this year, insecurity and poverty, the bane of decent work, is both timely and thought-provoking. It underscores the pressing challenges confronting the workforce and highlights the critical need for collective action to address issues that threaten not only livelihoods but also the dignity of labor. Insecurity and poverty continue to undermine productivity, limit opportunities, and hinder the realization of decent work standards across various sectors. The ministry remains committed to fostering policies and programs that promote decent work, protect workers' rights, and encourage social dialogue. We recognize that the fight against poverty and insecurity is inseparable from the pursuit of inclusive economic growth and social justice. Together, we must continue to build bridges of cooperation that ensure every Nigerian worker enjoys the dignity, safety, and prosperity they deserve. As we celebrate today, let us draw strength from the resilience of the Nigerian worker, whose dedication and sacrifice remain the backbone of our nation. As a ministry, we sincerely appreciate the Executive Governor of Lagos State, ably represented by the Deputy and amiable Governor, for his steadfast commitment to the welfare of workers in Lagos State. His administration's continuous efforts in promoting job creation, improving working conditions, and supporting policies that enhance the dignity of labor are commendable. These contributions have not only strengthened the workforce, but have also reinforced Lagos State's position as a hub of economic growth and opportunity. We encourage the sustenance and further advancement of these worker-friendly initiatives for the collective benefit of all. On behalf of the Federal Ministry, I would also like to commend the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC for their unwavering advocacy and dedication to the welfare of workers. Together, we can build a more secure, inclusive, and prosperous work environment where every Nigerian worker can thrive with dignity. I wish you all a successful celebration and continued strength in the noble pursuit of decent work for all. May this May Day inspire a renewed commitment to solidarity, fairness, and progress. Thank you and happy Workers' Day. Long live Nigerian workers. Long live Lagos State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, we must very sincerely
thank you, sir. The Controller of Labour, Lagos State, Mr. Itemuagbo Eshomonu Asoko Gene. We thank you so very much representing the Minister of Labour. Well, Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, top government functionaries here seated, it is my honor and pleasure at this time to want to request the honor of the numero uno in the Lagos State Public Service. And I'm talking of no other one but our own very dear one. A man of an outstanding character, a fine gentleman he has been so also described, a man born with dignity and honor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to want to welcome to the microphone the head of service of Lagos State Public Service, our own very there, Mr. Olabode Shuaib Aguru. So please give the good recognition. The head of service. The head of service, you are not listening to me, sir. Okay, you are not doing it. Bless you, sir.
Hello. I hope you all are enjoying yourself wherever you are listening to us on Trade FM. If you're just tuning in, this is our Workers' Day activation live on Trade FM, celebrating the heartbeat of Nigeria, the workers. Don't go anywhere because there's still much more to come. Stay tuned.
To the greatest workers of Lagos State. To the greatest public servants in Nigeria. To the greatest public servants in sub-Saharan Africa. Greatest Gbogbo. Greatest Gbagba. Greatest big. Thank you very much. You are carried. Mr. Governor, sir, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. You are welcome, sir. May I have your permission to stand on the existing well-established protocol, sir? Thank you, sir. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today in celebration of the Workers' Day, set aside globally to appreciate the resilience, dedication, and invaluable contribution of workers to societal growth and development. Today, we honor hardworking men and women of Lagos State Public Service, as well as workers across all sectors, whose commitment continues to drive innovation, progress, and unprecedented achievements in our great state. This year's celebration, themed Insecurity and Poverty, Bane of Decent Work, gives us something to really ponder on, individually and collectively. It is a reflection of the huge challenges confronting us as a nation, which we all need to work together to surmount, regardless of our gender, culture, tribe, or religion. Indeed, insecurity and poverty remain significant barriers to achieving Goal 8 of the United Nations adopted 17 interconnected goals, which aim to end poverty itself, protect the planet, and ensure prosperity to all by 2030. When workers feel unsafe, when they feel insecure about their families, their societal protection, or when economic pressure erode their earning, productivity, and dignity are inevitably compromised. Distinguished public servants and workers in Lagos State, under the administration of our amiable Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the welfare and safety of our workforce remain in the front burner. We regard our workers in the state not critical partners whose contribution to good government and economic development cannot be underestimated. Don't underestimate us, please. As a government, we will continue to implement strategic interventions aimed at alleviating economic hardship, improving workers' and citizens' welfare, and enhancing work and overall environment. Ladies and gentlemen, the celebration also provides an opportunity to reflect on our collective commitment to building a cordial relationship between the government and labor unions, which over the years have been built on mutual respect, continuous dialogue, and shared purpose. This partnership has ensured industrial harmony and stability, and our dear state is benefiting from it a great deal. Through this sustained engagement and collaboration, resolving issues amicably has been the order of the day in Lagos State, while balancing the interests of workers' objective of governance. This synergy has strengthened this uncommon understanding. Let me place it on record that a motivated workforce will always remain critical to sustainable growth, development, and effective service delivery. Our government will remain fully committed to implementing policies and programs that will continue to promote improved work conditions, capacity development, and overall well-being and welfare of the entire workforce in Lagos State. We will continue to think outside of the box to bring about innovations that will improve the conditions of service of our esteemed workers and ensure that the Lagos State Public Service remains number one in sub-Saharan Africa. Esteemed permanent secretaries here present, the illustrious and distinguished body of permanent secretaries, the engine of government. I thank you for your support as always. Permit me to use this opportunity to commend our labor leaders for their consistent maturity, cooperation, and commitment to constructive engagement, which has ensured to gender-sustained industrial harmony of our great state. Your role in fostering peace and prioritizing dialogue in resolving industrial matters will always be highly appreciated. To our ever-resilient workforce, let me encourage you to remain dedicated and keep upholding the tenets of professionalism while you carry on your meaningful contribution to the development of the great state. Together, we shall realize a vision of building a world-class public service. As we celebrate today, let us continue our commitment to unity, cooperation, and progress. Through mutual trust and sustained partnership, we will continue to overcome challenges and achieve greater milestones. Before I conclude my speech, permit me to acknowledge and appreciate our ever-supportive and worker-friendly and welfareist Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, for his unwavering commitment to the welfare of Lagos State civil servants, as well as Mr. Deputy Governor Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, for his continued support, loyalty, and dedication to the public service. Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, we thank you very much. On behalf of the Lagos State government, I thank you all for your resilience, dedication, and invaluable service while wishing you a happy Workers' Day celebration. God bless Lagos State and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Keep jamming those hands for the head of service, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir, for that.
I have the distinguished honor to kindly invite Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, to come and address your workers, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Zoom podium. Thank you very much. Sorry, my dears.
Satio, I'm Satio. Ani kama yonu si e. Amavani, I'm Sati. Come on, yonu si. Can we all rise? Yonu si e. Please, can we all rise? Hello. May I request our honor, Great Workers Union, those Nigerian workers, let's rise to welcome the man of the moment, to welcome His Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat. We hold our hands together and the sound of praise. Let's go for ourselves.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The need for all ears to be on to listen to the name of Mr. Governor, the Deputy Governor, the Deputy Governor for all that you do for the progress of all workers in Lagos State.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat now speaks.
Solidarity. In Soweto. In Africa. Greatest Nigerian workers. Greatest Nigerian workers. Greatest Bogo. Greatest Big B. We leave it like that. The Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, Alhaji Muhammad Maigari Gia, ably represented by Mr. Itema Agbo Echomonu Asoko Gene, who is the controller of Labour in Lagos State. The Honorable Commissioner, the Secretary to the State Government, thank you very much. The head of service, and then of course members of the Executive Council Lagos State that are here, especially the Honorable Commissioner for Establishment and Training, Mr. Folabi Anyotayo. Sorry, I've missed the House of Assembly members that are here, the Chairman House Committee on Staff, and then the Chairman House Committee on Procurement. Thank you very, very much for coming. Members of body of permanent secretaries are present, especially the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Establishment and Training, Mrs. Olubusola Abidakun, the Chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Agnes Sesi Iyagba, thank you very, very much, and other state executive members here are present, the Chairman, Trade Union Congress, Comrade Aladeton Abiodun, and other state executives of TUC, thank you very much. The Chairman of Joint Negotiating Council, Comrade Domingo Michael Adeleke, thank you very much. Head of government agencies and parastatals, top government officials, members of private sector, various labor associations, artisans, market men and women are present,
distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we thank you and we thank God for another Labor Day. Like my people have spoken, the chairman of Labour Congress and then of course TUC, is a day that we take serious. Like they said, it is a day that we must celebrate. And as we know, there is a particular kind of courage that does not make headlines. It is the courage of the alarm clock, the quiet daily decisions to rise before the sun, to show up, to serve, to build. That is the kind of courage I have seen in workers of this great state. And it is the reason that Lagos stands strong. On this International Workers' Day, we, the government and people of Lagos, come to bear witness and to stand in this stadium and say on record that this administration sees you not as a budget line, not as a voting bloc, but as the living infrastructure of the most consequential city on this continent. Our labor movement has chosen a theme for this year's celebration that deserves more than a passing mention. Insecurity, poverty, bane of decent work. It is a theme that does not flatter any government. It was not designed to. It is a diagnosis and honest accounting of the conditions that continue to stand between the Nigerian workers and the life of genuine dignity. I accept this diagnosis and I intend to respond to it not with words alone, but with evidence. Let me therefore be direct about what we are dealing with. When workers cannot afford to live near where they work, that is a structural failure. When a nurse finishes at a night shift and spends 3 hours in traffic getting home, that is a policy failure. When a civil servant retires after 35 years of service and waits for months for their entitlement, that is a moral failure. This administration has spent the better part of 8 years trying to systematically dismantle each of these failures, not through slogans, but through specific measurable interventions. On the question of earnings, when the federal government set the national minimum wage of 70,000, Lagos went to 85,000, the highest wage floor of any state in this federation. That decision was not made for comparison. It was made because we ran the numbers. We look at the cost of transportation, food, housing, and school fees in this city and concluded that anything less would be an insult dressed as a policy. The conversation on further review remains open and our engagement with organized labor on that front continues. On healthcare, the burden of medical costs has long been one of the most corrosive pressures on working households in Lagos. We have responded through the Lagos Health Management Authority with a deliberate expansion of coverage and most recently the introduction of Ilera Eco Easy Pay system, a wallet-based payment model that allows any Lagos resident to spread their health insurance premium across 3 months. No worker should have to choose between seeing a doctor and feeding their children. That is not a slogan. It is animating logic behind that policy. On the daily indignity of the Lagos commute, I know what it costs you in time, in money, in energy that should have gone to your family. That's why the Blue Line now carries over 500 million passengers since its launch. The Red Line, serving the Ikeja and Oshodi corridor, which is the daily route of many of you, has just received new 24 train coaches to increase frequency and cut waiting times. The construction of the Green Line is on the way. We are also investing 102 billion naira in 2026 budget towards further rail expansion across our state. We are building a city where the length of your commute is no longer determined by the size of your wallet. On housing, nearly 11,000 units delivered in 6 years, with a target of 14,022 affordable homes completed by end of 2026. Our rent-to-home schemes ask only a 5% down payment, with monthly repayment capped so that no beneficiary commits more than 1/3 of their income to their home. 129 units have been set aside specifically for teachers across our education districts. The Lagos Home Ownership Mortgage Scheme exists for one reason: build the people who build this city, who deserves to have an address in that city. On retirement, through LASPEC, the Lagos State Pension Commission, we have conducted 113 retirement bond presentation ceremonies, disbursing over 1 billion to 544 public servants in January of this year alone. We have introduced free healthcare coverage for retirees in their first year post-service, and we continue to hold pre-retirement documentation seminar so that no officers approaches the end of their career with anxiety about what comes next. The covenant between the government and the workforce does not expire with their service. Because you gave this state your working years, we therefore owe you a retirement worth living. This administration intends to honor that obligation in full. We have made a consistent statement of recognition to our civil servants who anchor the day-to-day ministry of our public service and whose institutional knowledge keep this government functional across every sector. In 2023, our administration approved and distributed brand new official vehicles to substantive directors drawn from teaching service, health service, and the mainstream civil service. In 2024, a further set of official vehicles were presented to directors at the State Secretariat in Alausa, and just this April, we repeated that commitment with a fresh presentation of vehicles to grade level 17 directors across the 3 services. These are not ceremonial gestures. They are this government's way of saying that the people who runs Lagos deserve the tools and dignity that the jobs demands. I respect the choice of this year's team by the leadership of the NLC and the TUC. It takes institutional honesty to hold up to a mirror, to a nation, and name what you see. Our dialogue has not always been smooth, and I do not pretend otherwise. But I have always believed that a government must be able to handle the scrutiny of the organized labor. Our doors will always remain open. The negotiating table is always set, and I invite you to keep working together with us. Let me speak to the theme of insecurity plainly. The safety of the workers on the street, on the bus, at the market, in the office is not a peripheral concern. It is foundational. A city where people do not feel safe cannot be a city where people work productively. Our investment in security architecture, in community policing, in the expansion of our surveillance network, and in the ongoing partnership with federal security agencies are not separate from our labor agenda. They are part of it. In 2026, which will be this year's last full year in office, we don't want it to produce any anxiety. It must produce clarity. Every lane line must be completed. Every housing unit will be delivered. Every pension obligation must be met. Every reform we set in motion must be far enough along that it cannot be easily undone. The measure of these 8 years will not be what we announce. It will be what we have finished. Lagos is not great because of its government. Lagos is great because of you, the teachers, who stays after hours, the nurse who takes a third shift, the artisan who passes their trade to the next generation, the civil servant who possesses 1,000 forms with the same care as the first. Our job, my job, has always been to make sure that the city you are building is also a city that works for you. We have not finished that work, but we are closer than we have ever been. And we will not stop doing that. Because we know that prices of fuel are rising, we know we did not cause the war in Iran, but we are feeling it. So this government has made the decision, but for this May, there will be additional 50,000 naira for every worker in Lagos State, irrespective of grade, irrespective of what you are. It will be 50,000 across board. We will then review as necessary. What's new? So for this May, that will be paid. There is no question about it. Okay? We will then see review going forward. Let me therefore wish every one of us Happy May Day to the most ardent working workforce in Nigeria. Long live the Nigerian workers. Long live NLC. Long live TUC. Long live Lagos State. And long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Solidarity in Soleto. In Africa. Thank you very much. God bless.
Your Excellency, you cannot leave the stage yet, sir, with all due respect. You are going to cut the cake with members of the cabinet. May I invite Madam Cersei, Comrade Agnes Fumi Cersei, Comrade Agnes Fumi Cersei, and Comrade Abiodun Aladeto TUC Chair. Comrade Fumi Cersei, please.
Honestly, this
ẹ bá mi ṣètọ́jú ẹ̀. Abúlé sáàtì bàbá mi ò ọlọ́lá kò tún mọ̀ ẹni lọ́dọ̀. Ẹyẹ ó ti gbọ́ ọwọ́ yín dá o. Ọ̀dọ́ ara
As we begin to wrap up today's Workers' Day activation, one thing is clear: the Nigerian worker is strong, resilient, and unstoppable. From every story we've heard today to every smile, every hustle, and even every dream, we celebrate you. Keep pushing, keep striving, and never underestimate the value of the work you do, because you are the backbone of this nation. On behalf of all of us here at Trade FM, I am Tim Tokwe Kalejai reporting to you live from Onikon Stadium, Lagos State, Nigeria. We are all saying Happy Workers' Day once again. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, your work matters.